10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, my name is James, and welcome to NLG's English Livestream. Together with me today is our co-host from the US, Miss Tu. And I would like to introduce Miss Tu to the livestream because this is her first appearance. Hello, Miss Tu.
Hi, Dr. James. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fine. I'm in Malaysia right now, and
Okay.
it's very exciting where NLG is leading towards right now because of the English live stream. And thank you so much for your voluntary contribution to our live stream program. Now, Ms. Tu, perhaps you would enlighten us about your journey with NLG, like how you got to know about it and how it has helped you.
Okay. So my NLG journey started last year. It was in August last year. And unfortunately, it took me some big health problem to prompt me to NLG experience. So one day I woke up with a terrible headache and vertigo, and I could not get out of bed. And I was in perfect health condition. I don't know why it happened to me, but it did happen. And I just happened to talk to an old friend, and he asked me, why don't you try NLG? And I said, what is it? He said, wow, you have to find out for yourself, but it's a self-healing energy therapy, and it's completely free and no side effect. And it only takes you 5 minutes and 30 seconds a day to practice. So why don't you try? So I signed up for class 1 just a week after that conversation, and it helped change my life. It was really, it has a big impact on me because having vertigo was really horrible. I was really like handicapped. I couldn't get out of bed, couldn't drive. It took me days until I could walk normally, and I could not drive for a long time. And after a few weeks practicing NLG, and I felt a big difference. And with the nightly, it was not a live stream from Mr. Lei, the NLG founder, but he did have some NLG transmission for the audience online, and I did receive energy from him too. So bottom line, it really helped me, and I couldn't thank him enough. And it is also a stress management tool as well, because energy it's a love-based. We are encouraged to practice the 5 forms of love, to be kind. And actually during this pandemic, everywhere I go, I often see the little sign that says, be kind. And it's a nice thing, to remind yourself to be kind to others in this time of stress and crisis. And after that, I help spread the word. And I don't know many friends here in the US, but the more I try, the more people are curious. And then I finally got some friends to sign up and to learn and practice NLG with me. And we share. And actually, one of our guests for today, Miss Tweetin, and she's gonna share her personal experience with us as well.
So she's one of those who benefited from your sharing, and
yes, and
has transformed her life.
That's right. She's one of the friends that I spread the word to, and I just feel happy because it feels good when you can share something so great. And it's interesting. Like recently, I read a book, and there was a line that really touched me, and it says, "Sharing doesn't mean simply letting a friend drive your car or lending some money or even helping a neighbor in need, but it means giving something of yourself that is important." So for me, NLG is so important. I think everyone can benefit from it, and you don't wait to be so sick to learn. But I think it took me my big sickness to know about energy, but it's fine. It was for great cause. So I hope that our audience would find some cause and join us on this journey.
Well, I think a lot of times when we are being diagnosed with a particular illness, it's already having the symptoms at a later stage in our lives. We could have, early warning signs, but we are probably not aware of these signs. And at NLG is, I guess, it's not treating the symptom, it's through your own self-healing. I believe it's going to the root of the problem. So when you get rid of it once and for all, because you go to the root of the problem, you feel much better and you never see that disease or that problem again. So this is the amazing Sorry, I have to unmute. I just realized that I'm in the mute for quite a while, and you guys probably missed out in the things that I said. Yeah, coming back to what I said earlier, I believe that a lot of diseases and when they are being diagnosed, it's the symptoms at a later stage. So at NLG, we go to the root of the problem, where we solve the root of the problem, so the symptoms and the disease just disappear. And these stories, I've been hearing again and again and again at NLG, which is truly amazing. And one of the sharing of Miss Tu is with our guest today, and she's known also as Marisa or Tien, I hope a Vietnamese name. She's based in France. And because of the time difference, I think it's about 4 a.m. So we decided to have it pre-recorded. And we're going to share with you right now the recording so that you can appreciate what NLG has done for Marisa. And hopefully it will also touch you, and maybe you would like to join and learn more about NLG. So if I can have the tech team to share the recording and introduce Marisa from France. Hi, welcome to our testimony from Paris. And because of the time difference, we have decided to record this. And our guest for today is Miss Tien, all the way from France. Actually, it's what, 300 kilometers from Paris?
From Paris,
yeah,
yes.
In the northern part. And also with me is my co-host, Miss Tu, all the way from the US. So welcome to our live stream program, Miss Tien, and perhaps you would like to share with us, how did you get to know about NLG?
Well, I knew about NLG thanks to my best friend too, Miss Tu, who is also your co-host today.
Yes.
And I remember it was one year ago. For a year ago, and she just casually talked with me about NLG, and one of her best friends in Vietnam enrolled in the first NLG sessions for initiation, in Vietnam, and who had a very good feedback about the advantages of practicing NLG.
Yeah, so it has helped her. Yeah, it has helped her, and she's sharing. Yeah, this.
It helped. Yes, it was sorry, it was a male friend, so it helped him a lot, and so he talked with Miss Tu about NLG, and so
was Tommy, by the way.
Yes. So
Tommy
he told me about
me.
NLG. Yes, and that's how it all began.
Okay, and what do you do for a living? I mean, of course, we have the lockdown right now. I mean, what in the past? I mean, where did you graduate from, and what did you do? What is your
I majored in business administration and in public relations in France. And so I'm working now as an executive recruiter
Okay.
for a corporation who specialized in Nikki cooking.
Okay. And
So yes.
what is Nikki?
Pardon.
What is Nikki cooking?
Well, for those who doesn't know about Nikki cooking, it's a fusion between traditional Japanese cooking and Peruvian cooking.
That's pretty unique because, well, I mean, in this region, it's very hard to find that kind of fusion. But I guess it must be really tasty and spicy, hopefully. And
yes,
okay.
Very healthy too.
Yeah. So how does NLG help you or your family?
I tried to get enrolled for the first energy session in September 2020, and it was out of curiosity because I had been suffering a lot from chronic asthma.
All right.
And before I had some very heavy treatment, with which are based on cortisone. Corticoid. I'm not sure it's the right word in English. And so I just told myself that, well, I'm going to take 3 days off work and just take part in the first 3-day class of energy.
Class 1, that's what you did.
Yes, this level 1. And immediately after the first session, I felt it's like, when you suffer, when you have been suffering from some heavy asthma conditions for a while, you have this constant heavy chilling in your chest.
Right.
And the first time I got connected to the source energy, it felt like the heavy feeling was released. It's like instantly.
Wow.
So I told myself, well, believe it or not, it seems to work.
Yeah. And so you went on after class 1 to class 2, and
yes.
What level did you complete up to?
I have just completed my level 3, class 3 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. The recent one. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because before for the level 3 classes, it was never meant to be online. So you needed to be in Vietnam to take part in classes.
That's why I think in total, if we combine YouTube and Facebook and everything, we have more than 20,000 participants.
Yes, that's a lot.
For class 3, that's a lot, more than 20,000. And yeah, I'm sure, it is a fantastic opportunity for you and even myself, because I attended that class as well. And a lot of us have benefited tremendously from completing that class 3. So far, I think apart from yourself, what about your family members? I mean, anybody else that that you have introduced or have seen some wonderful effect on practicing NLG so far?
Yes. Well, I think NLG, when you practice NLG on a daily basis, it provides you it's like a barometer on how to control your feelings and how to really live happily. And
I know exactly. I know what you mean by that. You feel very calm and very peaceful, and no matter what happens out there, it doesn't affect you because you know how to block it.
Well, it's not blocking. I mean, we are human beings, so well, just logically, we have feelings, we have emotions, and energy. It seems really in fact, it seems to help me navigate negative emotions. Yeah. And not get control on them, but leave the emotions, but don't let them, like control you.
Yeah, don't let it overwhelm you, I guess.
Yes.
It's a form of stress management, really.
Yes, exactly. And in France, we had 3 lockdowns in a year. So people have been very, very stressed out, and
Yeah.
I have been witnessing in my family and friends that I have many friends who are undergoing psychological therapies because they are in great need of that.
Yes.
And I believe that energy helps our family to be in balance with our emotions, and it can help you, to manage and to ease very I'm not it's not disease, but when my son got sick sometimes, I could use energy to ease the fevers.
Wow, that's good. That's
And
really wonderful.
it's like painkillers, but without second effects.
Yeah. So, I mean, this energy is something wonderful that's happening to us, and that's why we are all here as volunteers to share and to help out. And I believe it can touch more people's lives, because now we are running it in English, and more people around the world are coming in, and we have people from India and many other countries. They are now enrolling for our classes. And I personally am very excited, and I'm sure because energy has helped you, you would also like to help others as well. Am I right?
Yes, right.
And
that's exactly what I want to.
Yes, I missed you.
Pardon?
Yes. I would like to ask her a question. So do you remember sharing with me about your family with the traditional alternative medicine, and how your mom helped heal your family members? And she mentioned that was love that healed you guys. And because energy is based on 5 forms of love, I would like to hear more about that would you like to share with us?
Yes, absolutely. Well, so I come from a family with alternative medicine traditions. And despite the fact that my mother majored in pharmacology, she worked for a long time as a pharmacologist for a government laboratory in Vietnam. As far as I can recall, she always used hands-on healing techniques and folk remedies to help cure us when we were sick. So we were rarely sick, and every time that happened, that we were sick, she usually used hands-on techniques to help heal us. And as a child, I was so curious about how it could help people, just with your energy. And she always told me that it was not her energy, it was love. And it's kind of very, I get emotional every time I talk about that, because it's like some childhood memories. When you recall that your the touch of the mom that can really ease the pains. And get and I have always been very curious about alternative medicine. I don't know if you have ever heard about Barbara Ann Brennan.
Sorry?
Barbara Ann Brennan.
She's practicing that.
Yes. She's quite well known in the hands-on healing practitioners. And so when the first time I heard about energy, and when I saw the messages about the 5 forms of love, it did ring a bell. It's like very old childhood memory with my mother's love that came back to me at once. And that's why I think that's how I felt the connection.
Yeah, you felt connected, definitely. And studies have shown that when we have a lot of good emotion as well as love, our brain produces good hormones, And, these good hormones really help us in our health. So
Yes.
when you talk about the mother's love and cuddle and stuff like that, that will release the oxytocin,
Oxytocin.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a good love hormone, they call it, right? And
Yes.
when you have other good things that the feel-good hormone, like serotonin and dopamine and so on. So like for me, I hike almost every day because I'm trying to get the endorphins flowing around me. So yeah, I believe in releasing good hormones. Sometimes when I hike, I smile. Before I got involved in NLG, I seldom do that because my mind is like thinking of so many things, as a businessman, and of course now businesses are in trouble, so a lot of stress. But I find that after NLG and as I hike, suddenly it's smile by itself, and that is priceless. No amount of money can buy that. So I don't know if you guys feel that, but I feel the peace and the +1, -1, it's really calmed me down a lot. And people can overtake me in the car and cut into here, my lane. That's okay. Good luck to you. All the best, So
Yes.
there's a lot of things that just doesn't bother me anymore, and that's what I find about NLG.
Right.
So James, did your family or friends notice the difference?
Oh,
since
yeah.
you practice energy?
Oh,
did they tell you?
definitely. Yeah, I share this a lot with my son actually, and my son is in college, and I have 4 sons, but one of them actually believe in alternative and all this kind of stuff. So I was able to open up and tell him and share with him, and he really appreciate what energy is doing to me. So yeah, and of course I've got a lot of family friends that I'm also introduced to, and 2 of them has actually completed class 3 with me. So there are more. There's a few who registered in the class 1, and I guess there will be more as I go along, because like I said, I'm still a baby in terms of NLGs. I'm still new, but nevertheless, it's how much you practice and how much you benefit from it. So it doesn't matter if you're new or old or whatever. It's your belief and your practice and how it benefits you and how you want to share. So like this morning we interviewed someone from Paris, and she felt the same thing, that it's her duty to share NLG with all her family and loved ones, because we are going through a pandemic right now. And everyone needs it, not just the stress, but also your immune system. You don't need to be sick to practice NLG, You don't have to be sick. It's not for sick people only. Even if you're healthy, you're normal, NLG can help us in a big way, So yeah, it has really transformed my life for sure. Yes, Ms. Tu, would you like to ask any more questions to Tian?
Well, it's just my little comment, a little side comment. It's such a little different. This is a small world, because Miss Tian actually spoke to Luz this morning.
Oh, really?
Yes, because
Yeah,
right,
you're both from France,
From France, yes.
Yes.
So I said, hey, you guys can conduct the classes in French. And they said, yeah, why not?
Fantastic.
Well,
I think
yes.
that will be amazing. I think, and then once you guys, have a lot of people from France who, are practicing NLG, maybe Mr. Lee can go there one day after the pandemic, and I'll just tag along if I can, so that I can spend more time in France this time.
Right.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place, I mean, even though I've only been in Paris for a few days, but the memory is lasting until now. It's fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to it.
Yeah.
Right. And we have a little story to share with the audience too. It's just between her and I. So we've been talking a lot. We share, stories and what we learn about energy, and we are very excited about alternative medicine and any, energy therapies. So it happened when we both finished class 2. It was probably a year ago, right? So we said, okay, why don't we try to transmit energy to each other and see how it works. So it was one time, and they said, okay, we do it, and we do it from a distance. Yeah, it's beautiful that we can do it from a distance. And now that everyone is in lockdown, so we all can see each other and do the transmission of energy online.
Yeah.
So we did it 5 minutes and 30 seconds. And after that, she said, I felt the energy so much, like I felt like there was a force of forcing.
Yeah, I know. It happens
Yes.
to me all the time. I go backwards, you know.
Yeah, that's what she told me. And I was so excited. And she said, as she was receiving the energy, her headache was gone, like as she was receiving it. And her foot was hurt that time. And she said, the next day I walked normally. I thought, wow, I love that. It sounds like a miracle, but that's great.
It was amazing.
So,
yeah. Well,
that was our little story.
Yeah, I think we can go on and on and on about this energy thing, and our audience will probably, don't know what we are talking about because we are all completed level 3. Anyway, I would like to thank you again, Tien, for being with us today, and we are going to definitely share this recording to everyone else out there so that they can hopefully get inspired that how NLG has helped you in terms of your asthma and probably other health, and to make you stronger and healthier, and your family members as well. And
yes.
Ms. Tu, thank you so much for co-hosting with me. And I wish all of you the very best, and do stay positive and in the +1, -1 mode, and keep smiling every day. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy initiation.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Right. Before Ms. Tu introduce the next segment, I just want to say that I hope that this sharing recording has helped those of you who are watching right now. There's a very heavy rain in Vietnam, and our tech team is in Vietnam. So there was a bit of lagging, but nevertheless, I think the message was crystal clear. So despite the lagging in the voice and the video, I hope that you enjoyed it. All right, Ms. Tu, it's all yours.
Hi again. So as usual, in our live stream, we will have a session when Mr. Lei, our beloved energy founder, will come on board and will share with you the energy experience. He will transmit the loving and healing energy to you, audience, being here today. So before we go ahead, we will play a video with instructions and to show you how to sit still and the technique to receive the energy successfully. But most importantly, all we ask you is just to stay relaxed and calm, and because where your intent goes, your energy flows, right? So be calm, relaxed, and be ready. That's it. Now, IT tech, please show the video to the audience. Hello.
Okay, I'm doing. Hello from the hello from the technical teams. Please wait a little bit because the internet is not good enough. So sorry about that, and please wait about 3 minutes. Thank you.
Yes, I mentioned before, there's a very heavy rain in Vietnam, and our tech team is in Vietnam. It happened first in the Philippines, and now it's hitting Vietnam.
Oh, wow. Yes. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the tech team, the people who work behind the scene. There are a lot of them, and they work tirelessly. So you don't show up on screen, but we really appreciate your help. And the audience don't see you, but I'm sure they appreciate your help as well. So stay tuned with us. We'll be right back.
while waiting for Eddie to be ready. Oh, okay. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our NLG live stream. Mr. Lee would like to send the NLG energy to the beloved audience. When he says start, please look into the middle of his forehead and imagine you are receiving NLG into your forehead. Then just relax and let this loving energy absorb to your body for 5 minutes and 30 seconds until Mr. Lee says done. Okay, so maybe we can introduce our founder.
Yes, of course, the most important VIP. My beloved audience, I would like you to join me and welcome Mr. Lei, our beloved NLG founder. He will appear on screen shortly. Oh, there he is. Hello, Mr. Lei.
Hi everyone.
Good evening.
Welcome to NLG. So how you doing? Everyone okay?
We are doing great. Thanks to
Great.
NLG, we always feel energized.
Very good. So now my time, right? So
Yes.
everybody ready for receiving the energy. Okay. So sit back, relax, and focus on me and receiving the energy. Remember, 5 from above, okay? And then you'll be all right. Now, who can get me the time? 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Let me do it myself, okay? You don't have to worry. Okay. Okay, now ready? I begin now, right?
Yeah, I think Mr. Lee is on mute.
I gotta go. I
All
gotta
right.
with someone, and I wish I would stay with you on the next live stream longer. And thank you, Jem. Thank you too.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lee. See you again. Have a nice day.
Okay. Bye bye.
Yeah, so I'm glad that despite the heavy rain that disrupted the internet, we are able to get to this stage of the live stream today. And yeah, minor hiccups here and there, but nevertheless, the live stream has managed to roll out pretty well until now, as long as all the audience can get the message that we are trying to impart today. So, Miss Tu, do you have any? I mean, are there any questions that um, I need to answer?
Yes, let me look. There are several questions, but we only have time for 3 today. So let me look here. First question. What are the key factors for energy practitioners to successfully practice NLG?
Yeah, from my experience and also after having taught class 1, I find that students who are able to experience the NLG energy are those who are able to focus. I think focus is one of the most important criteria because Harvard, school did a study few years ago, and they found that almost 47% of people have difficulty in staying in the present. So while they are working and doing something in front of them, their minds are going either in the past or in the future, or they're just flying around. So it's very difficult for people to stay focused. And once you get it, then it stays with you. The next thing is, I guess you have to practice the 5 forms of love that we teach in NLG. And I didn't mention that, but Mr. Lee mentioned it. So I'll highlight the 5 forms of love. The first one is to love yourself. In other words, you take care of yourself and you forgive yourself and do good for yourself. All right. Number 2 is you love your family. And that is something very important. That's why you can see from our logo, we have a picture of, parents and 2 children in a house, right? So love for family. And then thirdly is to love your nation, your country. And fourth is to love mankind. And fifth is to love all living things. So if you practice these 5 forms of love, and it may sound easy, right? But because we're dealing with emotions, it is a journey, believe you me. So the moment you're able to handle that very well, then the energy will flow within you. And also the calmness. That's another thing that we teach in class 1, which is the +1 -1. So yeah, if you do all that, yeah, definitely it will come to you very, very fast. So for those of you who are watching, I will urge you to enroll for class 1 to know what I mean. Yes, Ms. Tu.
Yes. Well, I'm happy that people asked this question because it looks like people are would like to know more about energy. So yeah, I agree that mindfulness is so important in nowadays crisis. I mean, not crisis, but like busy, crazy lifestyle. Yes. And 5 forms of love is absolutely is a must to practice NLG. Let me see the second question. How many levels of NLG classes?
Well, there are basically 5 levels, and level 1 will be for 2 days online, and you can register for it. I believe in the description below, if you're in YouTube or your Facebook, you can get the details and the registration form online. And once you register, it will be on September 18 and 19, Saturday and Sunday, 1.5 hours each session. And once you finish class 1, you will be able to experience self-healing and also stem cell stimulation within your own body. And you will experience, after you complete level 1 or class 1, pretty good healing effect on your own. and you will be able to benefit from it. So yeah, so these are the levels at NLG.
Yes, so the audience also asked what should they do to be prepared for a successful class? Before the class, what should they do?
Well, I think the biggest challenge for most people is, the first step is to register. And in order to do that means you have to keep an open mind, right? And as you enter the class, and the thing about this energy thing is the more you connect, then the more you will receive. If you start fighting it, then nothing will happen to you. So I guess just like me and most of the people who initially decided to embark on this journey, NLG is not about religion, all right? So it's not politically sensitive or about religion or anything. It's just about teaching you the natural way of healing, all right? So if you are open in your mind and you accept it and practice it, it will help you. I hope
Yes,
that
thank you,
answers.
Dr. James. Right. Yes, I would agree. It's like our NLG founder, Mr. Lei, he cannot stress enough the importance of first the 5 forms of love, and then yes, that's a biggest one, the 5 forms of love. And you need to be in your best state of mind and be open-minded. And because we've been so disconnected from the energy source for a long time, so this will be your opportunity to be reconnected. And here, Dr. James will help you to be reconnected to our energy source, and you can start on your self-healing journey and join us. So don't forget, check out on Telegram account. We have all the information for the registration of class 1, and we have instructions as well. So if you have any questions, please drop us a line in the comment box. I hope that the tech team would enable the comment in our YouTube channel. And by the way, since Dr. James will be your instructor, I think it is my duty to give you a little more information about him against his will, because he's a very humble person. He doesn't want to talk about himself.
This is by surprise already.
Yes. Well, I'm not bragging about you, but I feel like the audience needs to know a little more about you, because you will be their instructor, right? So Dr. James Ong is a Malaysian, and he graduated with a double degree in Bachelor of Economics and Bachelor of Laws from Monash University, Melbourne, Australia. And he practiced law both in Australia and Malaysia before, and then he ventured into the business world. And besides that, being a firm believer in alternative medicine, Dr. James Ong has also completed a PhD in complementary medicine in Sri Lanka. So that's a mouthful to introduce about Dr. James, but
Thank you.
So humble. So I feel like I need
Thank you for that kind introduction, Miss Tu.
Oh, no problem. Because against his will, this is my doing, but I feel like I need to do so that the audience knows more about you. So yeah, we encourage you to join us, sign up for a class, and we will experience the beautiful experience that energy will give us. And thank you, Dr. James, that for me to have an opportunity to be on air with you.
Well, it's my pleasure to serve, and we are now practicing the 4th level of love, which is love mankind, and that's the reason why people like us and Miss Tu and many more behind the scenes. Thank you guys, and you're being appreciated as well. So really, hope to see you in class 1. For those of you who have never, attended any of these classes before. And for those of you who have attended and would like to attend again, we welcome you as well. Just sign up, fill up the Microsoft form that is available, and we will send the email and Zoom link to you so that you will be able to log in. So thank you once again for watching our live stream today. And my apologies for the minor hiccups here and there because of the heavy rainfall in Vietnam. And nevertheless, we're able to complete our live stream today, and we are running it for this month every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, same time. And then if the need requires, maybe next month we will have it daily. So thank you for being with us, and thank you, Ms. Tu, for being a wonderful co-host and took me by surprise by introducing me and my profile. Yeah, we all have a calling, and our calling is to help mankind and to help you, the audience who are watching today. So stay with us and enroll with us and join us in our journey, and you will be happier, feel more at ease and peaceful, and enjoy a better health. Thank you.
Have a good day.